Good morning, and welcome to your daily Farm and Home Show, brought to you by the University of Kentucky Cooperative Extension Service. And now, here's your host.
Good morning, I'm Joanna Coles, and we're ready for fall here on Farm and Home. Julie Brown's going to visit with us today. She's the Warren County Extension Agent for 4-H Youth Development, and she's going to talk about some ways that we can decorate with our kids without even having to carve. I'm glad you're here, Julie.
Right. Good morning. So yes, what I want to talk about this morning is ways to, be with your kids, act with your kids, and you're like, I really want to carve that pumpkin, get my hands down into it. And carving pumpkins do take time. And some of the kids, especially when they're younger, they lose that attention span. But I think the first part you need to think about when you're doing something with pumpkins is taking those kids to that pumpkin patch. Do that family experience with them, go out, have them pick out their pumpkin, bring it in, have them do the corn maze or play in the corn pile, things like that. Let them, have that experience as a family and then go home and decorate your pumpkins.
There's a lot more buy-in that way.
There is a lot more buy-in, but the kids, that's a good family time. We sat around on Sunday, and this is what I did with my kids was on Sunday, and so my kids decorated these pumpkins, and we each, they had their time, and they got to pick out how they wanted to decorate their pumpkins and things like that. So, it's part of the family experience. Hopefully, something that's they'll remember and they'll love, years to come.
Absolutely. So you have some options, though, where we don't have to carve and make a mess that you can do indoors. And there's so many different things here, Julie.
So we'll start over here on this side, and this is just stick-ons.
Okay.
So you can go to, your local little craft store, and they have all different varieties. I let my son decide. He's also had this little pumpkin on the side that he made for his own pumpkin. But, you can get, like the little fun faces, or you can get puppy dog faces, you can get scary faces, you can get Disney faces, whatever, your kids like and enjoy. I gave him several options, and that's what he comes up with, so that's part of the fun in it.
And those will last longer because you're not carving a hole in the pumpkin, so you can do it a little bit earlier.
And that's something, if you want to do it now, and then when it gets closer to Halloween, then you could carve this pumpkin. Those are just stickers, they'll pop right off. You can carve the pumpkin, and then you'll have the pumpkin twice.
Yeah, and you can even have these indoors, where sometimes the carved pumpkins
you don't want them indoors, and especially if it stays hot. Those are going to go away real quick. So this will last longer. So another one we did is we just spray painted it bright pink. This was my daughter's that she did. You could pick any type of spray paint that you want to do. She likes the pink colors. And then these are just pom-poms that we just used with Elmer's glue. She picked out the pom-poms and I stuck them on there. She's 20 months, that's why it's kind of the way she is.
But she probably had a great time.
She did have a great time. She didn't like getting her fingers too sticky, but she liked handing the pom-poms to Mommy to stick on there. So another one we did is just wrapping, this is embroidery thread around it. So my son wanted to do Captain America, so I got the Captain America colors, and we probably did 20 plus rounds, a string around it. I taped it in the back, and then he was just able to keep, going around it till he thought that was what he wanted,
Yeah.
So that one did, I will say that one did take a little bit more time or a little bit more help with me. He is 6, so it took a little bit more.
Yeah, because string art's really big, so this is kind of like your very own string art with no holes.
Yes, and you could save that string, and reuse it and do it for something else as well, because you're not doing anything.
Yeah, just wrapping around the pumpkin.
This one's just using chalkboard paint, but you could use any type of paint with them. And they just painted Boo on his pumpkin, and then he got, I had spiders that are sticky on the back and stuck those on there. You could also get stencils, and dip those down in paint. Another fun thing that I've done a couple of years ago with the kids is have them paint their whole entire pumpkin in chalkboard paint, and then they could write messages on them, and then they erase off, and they can write something new on them. So it's something, fun that you can do with the kids. You can even do it with acrylic paint. Obviously they can change the messages, but they could just paint something on their pumpkins.
Yeah.
We've got glow-in-the-dark paint that you can use, so
fun.
you can set it out at night, and it really does glow in the dark. So you could get, the little sticks, or you can even get the bigger canisters and paint them completely in glow-in-the-dark. But if you do want to carve, there's all types of, kits out there that you can pick. This is Disney, but we have just the regular jack-o'-lantern type faces, those types of things. And the good thing about any of these that I've looked at is they let you know whether they're easy, medium, or hard. So we as parents can be like, let's stick with the easy ones, because a lot of times we're the ones that's helping them out.
Yeah.
So, you can kind of help them out that way. There's also, I thought this was kind of fun, where it's like a temporary tattoo. So you put it on there and you wet it down like a temporary tattoo, and then you peel it off. And the tattoo stays on your pumpkin.
Now, Julie, I know we're about out of time, but you have these little things that stick into the pumpkin too,
So
right?
this is something you can save every year. You can buy these and they just stick down the pumpkin. So especially when your kids are little, you can just use little decorations and, stick in the sides, and then your pumpkin will last forever.
All right,
Or not
well-
last through the season.
Absolutely. Julie, certainly appreciate all the thoughts. Run out to the craft store now, get with your kids, and decorate pumpkins. Get ready for fall. Thanks for watching and have a great day.
If you have questions about today's topic, please call the Warren County Extension Office at the number on your screen. Thanks for watching and have a great day.